It's D&D! Get hype!
Alright, we won.
Did you guys just prank me?
It's not a D&D stream.
There you go.
Without a key rank.
Good job. Steph.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. All right. Laugh it up, fuzzballs.
You guys, you don't poke the GM.
They
We
poked.
didn't poke them. We just made a joke out of them. There's a difference.
Was there?
In-
Was there
Come on,
really?
Standard practice. Come on.
I see.
Should be some
Oh
by
my
now.
god, I see the lightning. It's coming.
And you're dead. No. How's everybody doing? Let's get this show on the road. So, when we left off last week, how about you do the honors? Yes, I am doing this on purpose. I am doing this on purpose.
I almost
Come on.
killed the tree.
Out with it.
Alright.
Did you miss me that much? Did you really miss me that much?
Yeah, no, I missed you so much that I lost control. No, okay. So, in short, our idea that following the roots meant we were still in the tree was, I'm still saying it was right, but currently in this universe was wrong. We followed the roots into an ancient crypt. There was abyssal. There was traps, first of all, which we managed to navigate fairly easily. Then there was a crypt. We went inside. We found a Death Knight of Merkul, who, if you don't know what a Death Knight is, they bolster armies of the dead. In short, they're very powerful beings, bolster armies of the dead. And he knows of Never Ember, who's the Lord of Netherwinter, his ancestors, because he was put in this prison by them. And then Tim, our lovely owl, who is amazing, came flying in, and Mr. Death Knight went berserk and wants to kill Tim, or wants Tim first. And we later learned after that Tim we figured his intelligence came from somewhere, and he happens to have the former memories for the most part. There's pieces missing of an ancient air elemental, if I'm not mistaken, who was part of the ritual that bound this Death Knight into the crypt. Oh yeah, so we gotta go through that. But anyways, so the way that I almost killed everyone in the tree, being the guy that is supposed to preserve life, I have a spell called Sending. It allows me to telepathically communicate with any creature that I know of, and I decided to target Michael, the big dick, asshole, just explicit. I'm just gonna keep going. Anyways, I contacted him, and he got mad, and he laughed maniacally, and he attacked our beautiful tree. And if you can see the screen, I don't know if you can, there's a big ass gash in it. Of course, he failed to raise it, and we gotta discover why.
I knew I should
so-
have called him Richard instead of Michael.
Yeah, right. So
That
in
was
a panic,
dick joke.
in a panic, realizing what I just did, I made sure everyone started booking it back to the tree, and I feared that I killed everybody, but we realized that no, I didn't, and he was gone. By he, I mean Michael, and Prior at this point in time is incredibly broken because the tree is getting worse. The angel was not, he knew it wasn't necessarily a good entity, but he didn't think it was an evil entity. He just discovered that there is another powerful threat, the undead. And his buddy Alafa's been missing somewhere, and he needs his bromance going on, so this kind of sucks. And yeah, that's where we left off. So I Prior is a broken man this week. Very broken.
Does anybody have anything to add to that recap?
Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm not a jerk anymore.
Yeah.
That's true.
Although prior
That's
was
true.
kind of a jerk.
Well, he did have a headache.
I did have a headache.
When I'm frustrated, I'm a jerk. But no, and that's it. What he means by that is the malevolence that was taking over, embodying. I don't know what the proper terminology is, but that was inside Palna. Eventually, he was enough of a dick that I could put the pieces together, and I was able to exorcise the demons or malevolence, whatever you want to call it, out of him.
Right, and it was the same stuff that Bolt was dealing with, but rather than slit my throat, he just like gave me a hug. It worked out pretty well.
One of those, be healed! Poof! Knocked you on your ass, and you're fine.
And then the other thing, real quick, then we had a meeting in the tree, and that's where we learned some things, and I left.
And
because
you
I
got
was frustrated.
sad. Yeah.
Well, we also found out that this Death Knight, when we were over at there, the Death Knight was using the blight within the root system, but he wasn't the originator of it. Like, he wasn't the cause of it. He was using it to bolster his undead armies.
Yes, sure.
Fantastic. All right. Well, okay. So, picking up from there, a couple things I do want to point out. We've got some custom rules we might be trying tonight. We'll talk more about that when we can. In the meantime, we need to do our starting D4 rolls. Prior and Strife and Gargantia. Oh, actually, no. Everybody did them already except for Alafa. There we go. All right, so let's see. We got 2 good and 3 bad.
1 and 1. Oh, I thought we were just doing 1 and 4s to determine that.
Nope. Was that what we were originally doing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Have I forgotten already?
You
Yeah.
forgot.
All right, never mind.
As a side note, Wolf, we're not doing the Star Wars campaign anymore.
Oh yeah.
I am your father.
Yes, we are going to try it without all the sound effects, without all that craziness. We'll see how that goes.
Your vaporizer. That's all I can hear.
Oh, is
Right.
it that loud on there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You guys gotta tell me this. Open mics. I have no idea how loud it is.
I was trying to be subtle with the Star Wars reference. You didn't get it.
Listen, the Yetis, man, they pick up some shit.
They do.
They pick up some shit.
They do. Yeah. All right.
Here, how about now?
It's beautiful.
That's a lot better.
I mute myself in between talking. That tends to work. That's why I prefer stuff like Discord with push to talk.
Yeah, same here.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh
No
my.
way. Roll 20.
Let's go ahead and pick up. So here's the deal. The group has had this meeting that they were just in, and before Fingers lets everybody go, he says, "All right, here's the deal. We need to know what's going on, and it seems like we have a whole hell of a lot of not knowing what the hell is going on. So I need you guys to get out there and try and figure out what is happening and report back here in a week. And if we can all pool our resources at that point, maybe we'll get somewhere." So that's the last thing that was talked about. And now we're going to cut to a week ahead. It has been a week. You guys have done whatever you have done. And you were reconvened in the same room. It's Fingers and Strife and Palna and Tim and Gargantius and Pryor are all there. And again, there is an empty chair in Alafa's place. And Fingers looks at everybody and he says, "All right, well, I'm glad you all could come. most of you looking over at Alafa's chair. Has anybody seen Alafa? He looks around and then looks back, and Alafa is actually sitting in the chair.
A small mist of black shadow dissipates from the room.
All right. That's we got everybody.
What was that? Where were you, Alpha?
He also
Where
had
you
the
been?
burritos.
Can we?
I'll go.
I'll go. Go ahead, Palma.
Okay. So, sorry, you just had Fingers address everybody.
Right.
But he kind of stopped mid-sentence once Alafa appeared. Was there more to that, or?
He says, "Okay, what'd you guys find out?"
Okay. Well,
And so,
I'll be honest.
okay, so Paulina, you're going
Go ahead.
first. You start to recall your tale of what you've done this past week, and while we're doing that, while you're telling that, we're gonna actually roleplay it.
Oh, that's cool.
So, let's rewind just for you, Paulina. And what are you gonna do? You've left the meeting house. You've left the meeting room a week ago. What are you doing? It doesn't have to,
Right. So,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So now this is flashback montage.
We're doing flashback.
and-
Yeah, flashback.
Okay. Like I just had a stroke. Okay. So I'm back in my room, and it's late night. And Tim's perched there, and he's doing that god awful thing every night. Usually he's off doing his own thing, but when he's there, he just makes these weird noises. He sounds. He cocks his head around, looks at me backwards, and it creeps me out.
He's actually much less
It really kinda
active
bugs me.
now because he is kind of like he's kind of pouty and feeling sorry
Okay,
for
so-
himself, but he is still making the noises and yada yada yada.
Okay, so sorry, I thought Tim also had a stroke. I wasn't sure what you were doing there.
Indeed.
So, Tim, listen, I can't sleep. This is ridiculous. I need answers, first of all.
Who, me?
You were supposed to go pick up my parents' belongings.
Well,
You didn't even
yes.
make it there.
No.
Like, how far out did you get?
Well, it's a bit of a flight. Well, I made it, I don't know, about a quarter of the way, something like that.
Quarter of the way. My God. Like,
No, halfway. Let's say halfway, because he's flying. He goes faster than.
he's
Yeah.
fine. Fair. Okay, so that's like I was counting on you to really go pick up those things. I only have 60 days.
Yes, well, I was
now
hoping
it's
to
like 40
save your life from a rampaging Death Knight. Pardon me for giving
Well, to
a
be fair,
shit.
all you did was piss him off. I mean, maybe you didn't know who it was. Apparently, he knew
No, I knew.
you. And things were going swimmingly. We were having conversation. We were just hanging out.
He is a
talking.
Death Knight. Emphasis on the word death. It would not have gone well.
What a knight! Knights have a sense of nobility, I'm sure.
The whole being undead thing tends to tarnish that. And frankly, he was a knight of Merkul before. All right, that is a knight of death and suffering.
Name has cool in it. I don't know.
It was not going to go well for you.
I'm
Frankly, I think perhaps
Either way.
one of the reasons that we were able to get away was, well, he was quite distracted.
Well, I guess it's not every day he sees a flying talking owl. I suppose that would contribute to it as well.
So Paulna,
Tim, listen.
so Magna, because we do have other people, I don't want to do like a full role playing like every conversation during the course of the week. So if this is important, great, let's do it. But I do want to make sure we're hitting highlights.
That's yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Duly noted. So, Tim, listen. There's two things. One, I still need to get my parents' belongings back. I need to take care of this. Number two, what the heck? What are you? An air ethereal thing? Like, what is that? What, like, you have past memories? Do you, like...
Yes and no. So, well, yes, the consciousness of what I has been infused in this creature. Sort of an air elemental. Not an air elemental.
Did you deal with magic, or?
Well, I was a spirit of knowledge. So, yes, in a sense. I do recall quite a bit of, knowledge of the arcane, just not necessarily how to actually do it. It was more of a conceptual encyclopedia of sorts.
Do you think that... I mean, I've spent a lot of time working towards bettering myself in this area. Is this something where maybe you could provide some insight, help me go over a few texts, that kind of thing? If I have some questions, I can maybe bounce some things off you?
I could certainly help in any way I can.
Okay.
Various things, answering questions, understanding concepts. Certainly, I just don't retain any of the actual knowledge of the spells or magic itself.
Nice cover, Q.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, listen. You kind of dropped the ball with my parents' stuff, so you're coming with me, but we're going to London.
Wait, hold on.
This week.
We're doing that now?
Yeah.
But don't we have another charge?
They don't know it's not related. No one knows why we're going to Luskin. And for all we know, maybe we'll find out something useful along the way.
That
I think it's a perfect opportunity to get out of here.
Seems a bit of a stretch. If you don't have anything to show for it when you come back, I can't imagine everybody will be pleased.
Perhaps not, but I've come up with more creative solutions in the past. I'm sure this will turn out just fine.
Famous last words. All right. Well, we can certainly try.
And so we head off into the night.
Indeed. The road will be mostly uneventful. Yeah, you just, well, and that's the thing, is everybody's kind of doing their own thing, so it's not really a big deal. But, so you two can take off. The road will be mostly uneventful. You'll probably hit some bandits when you get closer to Luskin. They'll be easily dispatched, or at least warded off. Once you arrive, what is it? Let's see, how long of a trip is it? It's a pretty good trip. You might have to actually...
I think 7 days. No, not 7 days, sorry. 3 days walking or something? Because it was just slightly north, the west.
So it's looking to me like it's probably about... Because I have a map now. Yay, map! This looks to me like...
Insert Dora's song now.
I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. This looks to me like about 7,500 miles. That's a long journey.
We jogged.
I'm gonna say 100 miles.
500.
I'm gonna say 100 miles, and that's gonna take you. That's gonna be a 4-day trip. One way. So you only have a week.
We stole a horse.
Okay. You stole a horse. You sure you don't have a horse? Like, own a horse?
I don't like horses. I stole Finger's horse.
You rode a horse. Never mind.
All right.
No, it's dead.
When you're riding,
Pryor killed it in the fire.
the horse will piss on your shoes, just so you know, on your boots.
Okay. Noted.
All right, so you arrive.
My shoes are wet.
You arrive within 2 days, and so you have some time. What is it exactly that you're going to do?
What time of day is it?
We'll say it's near the end of the day on the second day.
First thing I do is I pull into a local pub area to rest and eat and drink, and I'm looking around, seeing who's in the bar.
All right.
I'm also going to keep an eye out for any Thieves Guild signs,
So long.
markings
And thanks for all the fish.
around the building.
Thank you for the follow, Relic. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's a dive, but you'll find as you're around most of the places in Luskan, almost every place is a dive. The town is a dive. It's a dive town.
Right. Okay.
So it's almost certain that you're probably going to get into a fight, being from out of town and visiting a bar at Luskan. Frankly, it's like a 75% chance. So, but it's not going to be anything eventful. Why don't you go ahead and roll me, let's just say, roll me an attack roll. And we'll kind of treat this, actually give me 3, and we'll kind of give it a 2 out of 3. We'll see how well you do just in general.
An attack roll?
Yes, an attack roll. Actually, I tell you what, no, let's revise this a bit. It can be an attack roll. It can be something like athletics. It can be, acrobatics. Whatever you would use in combat. Just give me 3 rolls. If you don't do any attack rolls, then I'm going to assume you ran away. Like that sort of thing. We're summering down the combat into just a few rolls so we can keep rolling.
Yeah. Wait, did I charm anybody?
You don't have to roll for that, do you?
I don't think
It's
so.
going to be pretty simple. Most of these people are, lunkheads, simple people. So yes, you can charm somebody in the middle of the fight and have them fight alongside you. Anything else? You got 2 more.
Cool.
You got 2 more.
So
What
that's
else?
the first one. And then stabby.
And a natural 20. And a 25. All right. Everybody in the bar is basically giving you a wide berth. And as you're here over the course of the next couple days, or however long you're here, you'll find that a lot of people are kind of giving you a wide berth. Word will have basically gotten around that, check out this badass motherfucker over here. Don't get in his way.
And I would like to note for the record that Jim, the gentleman that I charmed, was kind enough to pay for my room and board and food while I'm there. It was very kind of him.
Indeed. Okay. So what else are you doing while you're here? Are you going to go actually speak to people about this inheritance?
Yeah. So the notice that I had has a location on it, of course, and I kind of want to just scope out the area first. I want to look at the building. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. I'll have Tim wait back at the bar. Actually, no, Tim. My memory escapes me. Tim came with.
Yeah.
And I had him kind of fly around for an aerial view. And I'd like to just scope out this building.
All right. Seems to be a normal municipal building. Hello, kitty. But it's as
an
in
official marking, something that would indicate that it's not
yes, this is an official
like a pawn shop. It's legit.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. I walk in the front door.
All right. You are inquiring about your inheritance, like right off the bat, I'm assuming?
I'm still invisible.
Oh, okay. And what are you doing while you're there? No one seems to see you.
Just standing there.
Okay.
Who do I see?
A clerk and some closed doors. It's a very sparse room.
What's on the clerk's desk?
Paperwork.
Is there like a pencil or something?
Sure. Well, quills. There'd probably be some simple writing sticks. Not necessarily
Okay,
a pencil,
while,
but
while he's working on the table, I'm gonna lean forward. I'm gonna go and blow his papers off onto the floor behind him.
He looks around for the draft, doesn't see it. He's like, whatever. Starts picking up his papers.
And when he looks back up, I'm standing there.
Stupid drafty place. You'd think they'd fix it. Oh!
Oh, hello.
What? What? What do you want?
How are you doing today? I actually, I'm glad you asked. I traveled quite a long way to get here. I'm looking for a few things. Specifically, I got notice of my parents' belongings being here, and that I had 60 days to come pick these up.
Oh,
Paul and Cons?
down the hall. Down the hall. Third door on your right. Oh,
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
I gotta lay off the
Walk down the hall.
Gotta lay off the drugs. Oh. All right.
At least it wasn't a spy.
You head on down. Are you entering that room?
And I walk in, yeah.
Come in.
I was already doing that, but hi.
All right. Let's change.
And I explain the notice, and I show the notice, and I produce documentation.
No, you
of who
don't.
I am.
Not yet.
And
The person at the desk, who's just sets the papers aside. You recognize him. Well, the first thing you notice is those white pupils. Completely blind, devoid of sight. And you last saw him behind a bar in Neverwinter.
I thought he had no eyes.
Did he have no eyes? I thought he had white. I'll go with what you said.
He had skin where his eyes was.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Good old skin eyes.
What can I do for you, Mr. Cause?
Oh. It's been a while. How are you doing? How's the family?
The family is doing quite well. Thank you very much for asking. And yours?
Oh, what's left of us? We're doing swell. You have my parents' stuff?
As a matter of fact, I do. I'm glad you got my correspondence.
Yeah, your love letter. I'm doing fine, by the way.
Wonderful. Most wonderful. One moment. He'll stand up and walk off into a side room. You can hear shuffling through various boxes and things.
Thought you were gonna say he walks off into the wall because he can't see.
All right. Do you wait? All right.
I'm gonna. What's on his desk?
He's got
Whatever looks to be the most expensive. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna be looking at it.
All right. We'll say that the most expensive thing is a gold-plated paperweight.
Okay.
All right. You gonna wait for him to come back? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He comes back with a small chest. Drops it on the desk. For you. would you like me to open it for you?
Well, last time I opened something from you, it didn't exactly have the desired effect I was hoping for. So sure, why don't you open that for me? That'd be great.
I know. News like that can be quite hard, I'm sure. He opens it up. Nothing happens. Box opens. Inside, I'm assuming you're looking inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm peering over.
Inside is a bag, some sort of large sack. We'll say it's about this big, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask you something? And by the way, I don't think I ever caught your name. We never introduced ourselves.
No, we didn't.
No. We talked about business,
This is
but
true.
I still didn't catch your name.
No, you didn't. You may call me Sam.
Sam, perfect. Sam, how did you come into possession of this stuff?
I didn't come into possession of it. The city did. When your parents died.
Yes. Are you an employee of the city?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Yeah. So you, the collective you, how did the city come into possession of this?
When somebody passes on, inevitably some member of the guard will be involved. They will go through due process, bringing the body in. They will have city officials go to the home, go through belongings, find if anything of worth, look for last wills and testaments, etc., etc. Finding none, they will at least make sure to pass on anything of value to the last known kin. Within 60 days, of course.
Right. You guys just came across this stuff? Or you've been having it for quite a while?
Quite recently.
Okay, so what I don't understand is my parents have been dead for a long time.
Have they now?
Pretty sure. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm pretty confident I know what I saw. So if you guys are just finding this now,
I cannot
something
speak to
doesn't
the
add up.
situation. I am but a humble clerk. I am simply doing
Of
my
course,
duty.
Yes. Speaking of duty, while I'm here, while I have your attention, we've come into an interesting situation. Do you happen to know anything at all about a death knight not too far from here?
You're kidding, right?
No, I figured you'd know. I mean, just based on our previous interactions. And I'm also, while I ask him, I grab the bag out of the chest.
What? Alive, as it were.
Animated, moving. Quite the conversationalist.
Oh, very interesting. And where was this exactly?
Likes to shout a lot.
Where was this exactly?
A little north, a little southeast of here. Not too far.
Around that Neverwinter area, perhaps?
Sure. I'm guessing that based on your response, you didn't know?
No. No, this is not known. No. It does explain quite a few things, and I can recall one or two legends that may pertain. Thank you for the information. Very
Yeah,
valuable.
Of course. Least I could do. Yeah, held on to my parents' things for all this time.
The least I can do
No
is
holder's fee or anything.
give you something in trade for such information.
Sure.
One moment. You'll go back into the back one more time. And this time there won't be a lot of shuffling. Just a little bit. As if he goes right specifically to one place. I got it. He brings you a knife. And he's holding it like this. Right? So he's not menacing with it at all. It appears to be some kind of a curved dagger. Like as in like one of those kind of wavy jobs. Looks like it's almost ritualistic. Hopefully this will be of use to you in your exploits. The blade almost kind of has a purple glint to it as you kind of move it about. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay. Well, now that you mention it, and of course now we dive into a little bit more conversation, I let him know about what's going on with the tree and ask if he knows of anything regarding that, if he's heard of anything. And Q, can you remind me, did he work with the, what are they, the Zents?
The Zentarim.
Or was
the
he...
Zents, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely a relatively high-ranking agent for the Zentarim.
Right. So I ask if he's...
If he, knows anything about the tree being sick?
Yeah, if he's heard about it, if he has seen anything like this. I use that term loosely around him. But if he's seen anything like that before.
The tree is dying, you say?
Yeah, but like...
Keep your eyes...
Big magic tree.
Keep your eyes on death in the coming days. There are strange things being talked about in hushed circles. Now, if you don't have anything else, thank you, have a good day. He literally comes out from behind the desk and starts shoving you out the door.
Need to pass on that info real quick. All right, so I will take my belongings. I will wait until I get back to home base to open up the parcel, the bag. And I'm also gonna spend some time looking at this purple dagger.
All right, congratulations! You are now the proud owner of a bag of holding.
Oh.
And there are things inside, and we'll just have to come back to that. That's not part of the flashback.
I mean, otherwise, it'd just be an empty bag.
Exactly.
All right. Cool.
But it's not part of the flashback that you necessarily are regaling the rest of the group with. So that is what you have. You have a strange dagger, and the word that death is something is going to be weird with death, apparently. And he said that in relation to the tree, so. All right, who wants to go next? I'm gonna suggest, if nobody's really, well, no, who wants to go next? Who wants to go next?
Well, this kind of ties in with what Palma just regaled us with, so I'll go next.
Okay.
So right after the meeting kind of breaks up, I'm kind of pulling fingers aside just to see if he has any contacts in Neverwinter that would be associated with or have information about the Zentarim. And I explained to him that while we did meet this Death Knight, we ended up getting information out of him that the plague or the disease that's happening here to the tree isn't being caused by him, but he is utilizing that to his advantage. So my first thought is that the Zhentarim could be involved with this.
So yeah, the Zhentarim, he kind of spits on the floor. He doesn't have very nice things. He does have contacts with them because as a member of the Thieves Guild, he basically had to have contacts with any given power within the city. And the Zhentarim were one of the few powers that were really influencing what was happening in Neverwinter, or to a degree still are. So he can do that, yes. And then what was the other part? Sorry?
That was pretty much it. I basically just wanted to see if there's any happenings, anything new that's been going on over the last few years. Because, I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be all immediate. This had to have been something that's been going on over a long time.
Nothing new. Not that anybody knows about. He can certainly ask his contacts to find out, but it's a very vague thing. It's not gonna get very far. Has anything strange happened in the past few years? Yeah, that's not gonna get very far.
And kind of add a character. Did Palna tell us about the letter he received? Okay.
So I'm assuming Palna said he was following a lead to Luskan.
I didn't say anything. I just left.
No, we're talking about the meeting now. The week later. That was the reason you went. Was you were following a lead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what else, Strife? You've got a week to burn. Just waiting on other people's contacts isn't going to do it.
Yeah.
You want to come back? Should we come back?
Yeah, come back to me.
All right, who's up?
I'll go.
All right. What are you doing, Gerg?
Okay, so I spend the night just thinking, man, this is a lot to process. I should get some rest. So I go to sleep.
Okay, again, highlights.
Well,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
You're doing.
I'm building.
Okay. Sorry.
So while I'm sleeping, I'm pretty much like processing like, all this stuff's going on. A lot of stuff that has a lot to do with a lot of people, but what about me? And then I remember the girl who gave me that amulet. And I'm still like pretty curious as to who she is and how she came to Thundertree and knew I was there. And so I'm trying to, the next day I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna go find that girl. So I go down to Fingers and I ask him if he's seen and I describe the nun lady. She's not a nun. She's like a priest? No. Dang it, I forget. Anyway, I describe her.
So the last time you saw her, she was in a
like,
equivalent of a peasant dress. She wasn't wearing priestly vestments.
But when we met her, she was like priestly in the Temple of Tomorrow.
She was wearing white.
Or was she always a peasant?
She was wearing white.
Okay.
But now that you think about it, that doesn't actually match the priestly vestments of Tomorrow. It struck you as vaguely like priestly at the time, and being, the situation, where you were at, you kind of led that assumption.
Okay. So, then I'm still asking Fingers, like, have you seen someone like this around?
Believe me, if there were a attractive young woman around here, I would have taken notice. I don't recall anybody by that description. Where did you see her?
Interesting.
Thank you for the host, Naked Angel. Naked Angel, hi!
Last time I saw her, I think you remember me, leaving the room, chasing someone down. That's when I last saw
Oh, yes,
her.
we all thought you were crazy. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
I tend to do that.
It's okay. That was kind of an out of character moment anyway.
So, sorry.
But yeah, that's when I last saw her.
Can't help you.
So she's got to be here, or at least she's been here.
So, wait a second. Let me get this straight. You've seen her how many times now?
Twice?
Twice. And both times she just vanished?
Yeah. Well, ran away and then vanished.
Are you sure you're chasing a girl?
Yeah.
How
I
do you
mean,
know that?
She gave me this.
Okay. That's fantastic. So, not many people can just like that. I mean, maybe she was a wizard, maybe she was, had some sort of ability, but I mean, you probably would have heard a spell or something. I don't know. All I'm saying is that this sounds weird. Usually there's some kind of evidence of that kind of thing. Maybe you should get your people.
You make a good point.
Maybe you should get your wizardly friends people. Maybe you should get them to help you out. I don't know.
Maybe. All right. Well, I don't know who else I can ask. Maybe Alafa. Wait, Alafa's not around. Maybe Prior.
Yeah, where
knows
is
something?
that guy?
They're all gone.
Seriously, have you seen him? Because he's just. Well, yeah, they went out on their journeys, but the Falafel, where the hell has he been?
Beats me. Last time I heard something about him, he was like killing his own, familiar and whatnot. So
Wouldn't put it past him.
could be any weird thing. Wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. Well, thanks for the information, Fingers. I'll try and follow up on another lead.
Glad to provide absolutely no answers whatsoever.
Good talking to you anyway.
All right, so what are you doing?
I'm out, and I decide to go fishing, because that's how I always solve, like, my problems. I go fishing.
Fishing for solutions.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna fish the whole week?
No.
Okay.
But,
so tell us
hopefully
highlights.
it leads to
Highlights.
a plot point.
On his
No, okay,
on his first
look.
night, he actually catches a plug and it pulls out the water and everything drains and
the whole world. You divided by 0, Gargantuous. Way to go.
I opened a black hole.
Yeah. Okay, so no, the point of doing this was that Fingers was saying, look, you guys need to go find answers and then come back. You can't necessarily wait for answers to come to you. It's not going to work.
Okay.
So we'll come back to you.
So then,
Or
Right,
unless you have an
yeah.
idea.
how can I go to Neverwinter?
Why not?
Is it that far?
Go for it. It's a day's walk. Less than that if you take a horse.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna go to the Temple of Tamora.
Okay.
Can't take Fingers horse.
No, it's...
I have a horse.
Yeah, you'll be in the stable and you'll see Fingers be like, what the hell? Where did Pepper go? Come on.
What happened?
Where is my horse? Have you
Pepper-
seen my
oh,
horse?
Your horse?
Yes.
No. Anyway, I'm gonna take Steed here. We're gonna go to Neverwinter.
Where's Palna? Okay, you take you go on to Neverwinter. All right, what are you gonna do there? You're going to visit the temple, and what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna speak
Yeah.
to?
I'm gonna speak to one of the fathers. I don't know, like one of the high people in charge, and
Okay.
ask him if he's seen this
So
woman.
I believe you did talk to somebody the first day, and they said they didn't know who you were talking about. So unfortunately, you're gonna get some of the same. But we'll say you're talking to somebody who offers to help you find answers. They recognize you. They recognize your contributions that you tried to help the priestess Peach in the previous few months ago. So they will at least see if they can do something. So they'll actually do a bit of a ritual. He'll get a couple other priests to help him, have you take part, and they'll do a Prior. What's the name of the spell where you're at? Commune? Is it commune? Where you're essentially asking for answers?
Commune. There's commune, so you could do a deity or patron. There's commune with nature, so you can get information from nature itself.
Well, this is Tamoran priests,
And,
so
so it'd be commune. They can ritually cast it.
okay. So what 3 questions? Yeah, yes or no questions, Gregantius. What 3 questions? They're actually going to give you the spell for free, which I think actually is not something that would normally be done.
Interesting.
What 3 questions? 3 yes or no questions.
And that's gonna be rough.
If you can't come up with them, then they can come up with some.
Okay. I'd want them to at least do one.
All right, you want them to go first?
Yeah, they should go first.
All right, fine. They will ask, is the person who Gorgantius is looking for the woman? Then I'm not saying the exact language. They'd have to be a lot more specific, but is it a real person? And the answer is yes. So at the very least, you now have confirmation you're not crazy and that this is an actual person.
Okay. Is the person I'm looking for in Neverwinter?
No.
Is she a human or humanoid?
Yeah. Just they'll see, like, they'll say no. Don't say humanoid. We'll ask if she's human.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have that first question. I'm gonna lump that in with the first question. The first question they ask: is she a real human? Yes. So you still have one more question.
Man, this is gonna be rough. I could ask.
They can ask one instead.
Location? Yeah, I was gonna go for location, but then that might be a burn again. Yeah, you could go ahead. I type it out.
One of them is gonna look kind of cross-eyed, or not cross-eyed, but cockhead. He's gonna cock his head and he's gonna be like, "Is this person on this planet?" And the answer is no.
No. Okay. That's interesting.
All right. There's your questions.
Well, that's my 3 questions.
Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. They will say it makes sense to a degree. The reason I even thought of this is because if a person's like appearing and disappearing, they might be like on another plane or on another planet and just like teleporting in, or like astrally projecting without not an actual astral projection clearly, but some form of like appearance, an illusion, something like that. But for some reason, yeah.
So, I thank the priests for their help, and I asked them, since this person that I'm looking for might not be on our plane or on our planet, is there some way I can reach her?
Prior, you have to know a person to do ascending, don't you? Like, you have to have like a name or something.
He has something. Okay, he has something that belongs to her. They can locate creature. They can do other things. He has the 10.
Okay. Oh, so they'll be. Oh, well, you have an amulet. Okay, perfect. We should be able to find exactly where she is, no matter where she's at. And they'll do the spell, and they will come up with absolutely nothing.
Interesting.
And that
So
only
is
happens
that
when
something that happens?
that only happens when somebody is being obscured magically.
Okay. I get the sense that she either doesn't want to be found or someone doesn't want me to find her. So, wait, what? Guess who? Let me look at this
No,
picture.
no, it's not. Wow. Okay.
What did you?
Squirrel.
Oh.
Oh, look, a quarter.
Alright, so far what I've gleaned is that she might not be of this world and she might not want to be found. At this point, there's only been, what, 1 day that's passed? Half a day?
I'll say a day. So I tell you what, if you want to come up with something else you're
Okay.
gonna do to regale the party with, let's go to somebody else. You think about it.
Okay,
Okay?
give me a second.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, GPD, exactly. All right. Strife, did you have anything yet? Nope.
Nope.
Alofa or Pryor, who wants to go?
I'll go.
All right. So
About where I've
Alofa
been this last week.
whips it out.
I do. I just lay it right there on the
Yep.
table. In a little canister.
Exactly. Every
And,
fingers like, is that? What is that?
Did we discuss the color of the substance?
We'll say it's yellow.
Could be like a whitish yellow.
Sure.
Okay. Just for.
I don't like
shits
where
and
this is
giggles.
going. I'm uncomfortable. I need an adult.
So I've been a lot closer than you guys actually thought I was. I didn't really leave. I've just been right next to the angel, checking him out, making sure that to see what he actually was and if his intent was what he said it was. As it's getting a strange feeling that he may not be what he said or had the intent that he said he did. So I've been kind of took a sample of him, and that's what's in this.
How
nice
did you
little container
obtain
here.
the sample?
I was
What
able
is
to
it?
perform a nice little ritual that allowed me to retrieve the sample without being detected.
Very slowly.
Ritual, he says.
Over the course of...
I will. I'll teach you the ways of true stealth at some point, Paul.
You literally had to stand there for 24 hours while you were doing it. It was a very slow. It was basically a cellular siphon. Over the course of 24 hours, it accumulated.
Yeah.
This was my crazy plan, incidentally. I don't know how much Alofa is like, what the hell? This is bullshit.
I mean, I'm just glad I didn't have to give him a handy.
Yeah.
Because then, this conversation would have been completely different.
I mean, maybe you did, but really, really slowly, like over 24-hour period.
Shake weight. This is not. Indeed.
I can see that taking 24 hours. It was that.
Yeah, he was just standing there the whole time, like not moving. So that's what enabled it to work.
Yeah, good thing you didn't turn away quickly or anything.
So Alofa, tell us what you got that sample, and it's been a week. So what did you do in that time with that sample?
I've been studying it.
All right, can you give
Trying
me?
to figure out exactly if the angel was an angel.
All right, what are you rolling? I'm guessing something like Arcana.
Yeah, because they don't have any shake weight related for my spell book, for my skills.
Indeed.
I am gonna roll Arcana
Oh, hot damn. Okay. I was going to say that it would have taken you like most of the time to actually do this study, but rolling that freaking high, you're going to have this done in half the time. You're going to have extra time to do anything else you want to do. So this was not an angel. Not an angel. In fact, quite the opposite. This is the tissue of a creature known as a yoklol.
Prior seems upset. he was so excited. He was so excited that there was an angel.
It's
all of his hopes and dreams are now shattered.
Yeah. It's not standard issue either. Yoklol shouldn't be able to shapeshift that completely. But there's his whatever it is something in him was more malleable than normal. It was more magically fluid in being. So who do you? Well, actually, Alafa, please give me a religion check. And now that you're saying this at the table, anybody else who wants to can roll a religion check. Prior, yes. Okay, well, you're not entirely certain. You could do some research if you wanted during the time. Prior and Strife do know. Gargantius don't know shit. All right.
Devil worshiper.
A yokel, well, it's not a devil, it's a demon. Technically, they're two different things.
No, Gargantius.
Oh, that's true. He would be not a demon worshiper. He might actually know. Yoklals are... Well, let me show you a picture. They are demonic. They are also known as the Handmaidens of Loth. Loth being the drow goddess. There we go.
Secretly, what the party doesn't know is that the A's on the beginning and end of my name are just there to trick everybody. My real name is Law.
Laugh. Oh, Prior. Anybody wants to roll me a history check?
Sure, why not? I'll embarrass myself.
Okay. Jeez. Alafa, you've heard rumors recently that some of the Yoklal court, as it were, have abandoned Loth. So while it is very possible, and probably likely, that this was a servant of Loth, it's possible it was not. We don't know anything else, though.
Okay.
Certainly unusual that it would be able to retain such a believable shape that would fool even Prior for that long. Prior, what is your reaction to hearing all this news, incidentally? Like, in character. I can see your out-of-character reaction. You look like you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore.
He's going to burn the tree down now.
No,
He's going to finish the job.
he already tried to do that, yeah.
Yeah, no. In short, it explains a lot. In long, I am upset with myself for being so giddy that I saw an angel that I let myself be deceived.
It's almost like I did that on purpose as a
that is
TM.
I figured. But no, that's it. That's all you get from me right now.
Okay, so you don't say anything to the group or anything like that. 'Cause everybody at the table is probably like looking at you.
I'm digesting.
Okay.
I will tell them when it's time to tell them.
Okay. All right. So anything else, Alafa?
Nope. Nothing else they need
Okay.
to know. As of
We'll
yet.
say you spent the rest of the time doing your original plan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Prior, do you want to go, or should we give Strife and Gargantius?
If they have, they can go because mine's short.
Strife, do you have anything?
Yeah. Over the last week, I've been working with Shakira to help strengthen the repairs that I had put in place for the damage that was done with the pillars. Basically, I wanted to learn from Shakira the nature of what she does as a druid.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
So
what she's able to do with the tree.
all right. So over the course of working with her, you two will actually give me a charisma check. Just straight up charisma.
Straight up charisma, huh?
Yeah.
I'm giving him
No,
inspiration.
jeez. He did say it. He did say it. Okay. I'm glad. Thank you, because that will save it. That will save your bacon. Inspired your roll. Somehow. So, okay. So Strife's like, yeah, okay. You're just like chatting with Gargantius one
And then
day.
he thinks about
You're
what
like, you know what?
I would do.
Strife's like, maybe I'll go work with
What would
Shakira.
Gargantius
Gargantius is like, dude, okay, look, I've seen you. I think you need to just like, before you talk to her, take a deep breath, because every time you talk to, a woman, you tend to freeze up. So he gives you that inspiration, like he actually,
Thank you, Gargantius.
which is funny because
Thank you for looking at
he's just as bad as he.
Thought Cloud Gargantius gives you a little wink.
He's just
like,
as bad. Okay, so over the course of working with her, you will actually get along. You'll actually kind of have that working relationship, so you guys can actually have conversations and stuff. You'll find out that she's actually not a very high-ranking druid. She's not terribly powerful. She does work with an enclave of druids from time to time that kind of are centered around kind of this northwest area of the realms, but she in and of herself is not all that knowledgeable. And she does say, that maybe it might be worth talking to some of the others to get some information, but it could be risky. Druids are not known for being a typically personable lot.
Right. So can you help? I mean, are they chatty with you?
As much as they are with anybody.
Or would you have the same problems? Okay, same. So it's regardless. Okay, I got you.
It's as good as relations as you would find, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about the
you probably-
pillars that I've constructed downstairs here?
They look solid as
Can-
far as she's
can
concerned. There's not much more you can do aside
Okay,
from
are they
filling it with
sound?
more stone.
Right.
So she says that you guys could theoretically go see if you can find somebody in what time you have left in the week.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Are they? So how far away is this enclave?
The Enclave is way too far away, but you could probably find somebody else nearby. Because the Enclave is in the Cormanthier Wood. So that's quite a distance. But there might be, and she's kind of close to this area. It's why Fingers knows her. That's fine. Yeah, she can turn into a giant eagle and fly. That should work. So she could do that. All right. So let's try to keep this quick. She can find one person, and it will be not the cleanest person you ever met. Let me see if I can find a picture here. Actually,
Q, I think you're being to be obsessed with people that are not clean. First, this mystic that Pryor dealt with, blind and can't tell that he smells. Now this.
there you go.
Oh my god. Is that the guy that hangs out with Gandalf?
It's similar. Yeah, that's the guy that you guys encountered.
Alright.
So
Okay.
he's one of the gruffest, probably rudest people you generally met. He talks with a strange accent. But what are you going to ask? You don't have to
I'm gonna
role play
ask
it.
if
Just
he
give me
has-
questions.
Okay. I'm going to ask if he has noticed the plague within the root network of New Thundertree. I'm assuming that we haven't.
He
gone
seems
outside the reach of
surprised.
the root network.
He seems surprised that you mentioned Thundertree. What about? He asks, "What about Thundertree?" I guess you tell him like what's going on, and
Yeah, I'll tell him what's going on with the leaves crumbling and what we found.
he seems
so far
surprised
with
that anybody even noticed what was going on with Thundertree. Actually, he didn't know anybody knew about it. He apparently was not aware that people were living there. And he says, well, if something's going on with Thundertree, you might want to check the other three.
The other three?
Yeah. Let me see. I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Lightning tree, cloud tree, and rain tree?
No.
God damn it, Magna.
Crystal tree. No. Yeah. Hang on. Where are they?
It's practically the same thing.
Yeah, crystal tree, scalding tree, and brilliance tree. There are others.
Can I have him
And-
mark that down on like a little makeshift map for me? So you know.
As soon as you
general
suggest that,
direction
he
of where
seems
they are.
like really kind of like, wait a second, like he like said more than he should have. Can I get some
Okay.
diplomacy or coercion or something out of you? Some sort of charismatic skill in order to get him to either trust you or trick the information out or something.
That'd be persuasion.
Sure. Are you okay? And you're dropping a. Not that it helped.
God.
Yeah. He says that's supposed to be secret information. It's too important to just let anybody know.
I see. I understand.
I mean, Shakira's like, what the fuck? Why aren't you telling me? Basically, she's not trusted enough. Even she's not trusted enough amongst the druids.
It turns out her hips do lie.
Oh, I have that written down. except it's probably spelled wrong.
It was close. Crystal Tree, Scalding Tree, and Brilliance Tree.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? He seems to be rather intractable on the subject, unless you can come up with something else.
Yeah. Is there anything that you can think of that we can do currently for Thundertree?
Yeah, that's why.
We not being of your enclave.
Yeah, he said. Well, He suggests that the enclave will take a look at it. But he doesn't seem to be too. I don't know. It doesn't.
So you're not seem too concerned about it.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's kind of treating this like it's
That's the impression I'm getting.
like younglings, getting worried over. Basically, like is a psychosomatic kind of thing. He's worrying over nothing. Yeah. I guess he says if you are really worried, could always try, trying to commune with nature spirits or with, Mieliki got Shanto or any of the, gods having to do with nature or plants, plant life, that kind of thing. See if they offer any help.
Okay.
All right.
I guess that's all that I need for now.
Cool. Gargantius.
Okay, so I was thinking about otherworldly stuff, and I remembered Agatha the Banshee.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of terms we're in, but I wanted to maybe see if I can visit the area, see if I can glean any information from her, if I even can.
Okay. Asking about what specifically?
That's interesting. I'm gonna ask her if she knows anything about contacting people from other planes. Or at least getting there. Well, not getting there, but like somehow making contact. I don't know.
Give me 1 second. I need to go actually find my book that had her in it. Oh, here we go. All right. Don't knock things over and break anything, Q. Okay. Let's see. So, as I recall, she was an elf. Let's see. Yeah, the book doesn't actually say anything about her background, so I'm gonna say that she was an elf noblewoman, and at least I think you got that much out of her when you guys were talking to her. She would have some knowledge of things of the arcane just by virtue of being in that position. Spellcast and chill.
Okay. She doesn't really have. So what is it you're asking exactly? Like how to commune with other. Well, is it even possible to talk to her? Are the demons still like messing with her? Like, what's the situation?
Demons are
like,
no.
I might not even be able to talk to her.
No, you guys stopped the demon incursions. No, you can talk with her. It'll be awkward and it will be frankly quite frightening and terrifying because you're basically all alone in a crypt full of undead. But they don't raise hands against you. And she, again, does not leave her beer, her casket.
Okay, cool.
But she can talk to you from
alright.
there. So she says that she could assist you in communicating with the negative plane. But she says it with kind of a malicious glee that leads you to believe that maybe you should not take her up on that offer.
Right. I'll have to, not take you up on that offer. But thank you for your help. Do you know, by the way, do you know anything about the blight in the roots of Thundertree? I'm like offhandedly like mentioning it.
Is that what that is? I felt a strange energy.
Yeah.
And that's the weird thing, actually. You should note is that she's pretty good distance away. Her town is not close to Thundertree. So if she's actually like
And
telling
she
the
can feel
truth,
it.
if she's telling the truth and she felt it, I mean, we're talking. What is this? This is about 50 miles away. But she's feeling
How'd I
this.
make it there?
I'm assuming horse.
Oh, by horse, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Fingers bought a horse to replace one that was stolen, and you took it. So.
Oh, I had a horse.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh, all
pretty
right,
sure,
all
if
right.
I was
Fine,
living
fine. Okay, so you guys,
So she can feel it, and it's surprising.
yeah.
So she doesn't know anything about it. Cool. Not really, but at least that we know that it's on a way
She
bigger
says
scale than we're thinking.
she says she wouldn't have referred to it as a blight. She says she doesn't know what it is, but she wouldn't call it that. It's unique.
What
Never-
would you call it then?
Can't say. It's unique. Never felt anything like it before. She has felt blights, and this is not that.
Cool. She would not call it a blight. It's pretty unique. Okay,
Alright,
that's
so-
good information. It's good to know.
Everybody,
How many days do I have left?
let's say your time's up.
0?
Yeah. Because that was
Okay,
pretty.
I
That's
head
pretty.
back.
Right. Everybody who's listening to this at the table, can I get you to roll Arcana checks, please? Nope. Nope.
I'm gonna give someone inspiration.
Well, you're gonna have to specify who.
Don't
It
worry, guys, I got you covered.
doesn't.
Oh.
I don't think it matters.
I was hoping that
we're
I
all
pulled
pretty
it
dumb.
out. I was hoping that I pulled it out before everyone rolled, but it was too late.
Giggity. All right. So Alafa, you recall hearing stories about the negative plane, but you had thought that it was not a thing anymore.
I thought it just became negative.
The planes got reshifted quite a bit in the when the spell plague hit. It's like what was about 100 years ago, almost, not quite, like 80 years ago. And
My early years.
yes, and then they got shifted again about 30 years ago.
Captain on the bridge.
Get off my bridge!
You heard something about something called a sundering. You're not certain exactly what went down, but apparently a lot of things got shifted and gods came back and things like that. And that spell plague, like the negative plane was cast out. when the spell plague hit. So if she's talking about the negative plane, then it must have come back into alignment.
I mean, that would be the only way, unless it's not the negative plane that this being
Yeah,
is from.
or unless she's full of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Prior, we finally come to you. I did not intend that this would actually take all this time, guys. I do apologize for that. I know there's been a whole lot of sitting around and waiting, especially for Prior here.
I actually enjoy it.
In short, what I would have done, I would have went to Mordo to ask him if he has the ability to help me protect the tree and if he knew anyone around.
About that.
And I would have gone through.
About that.
Yeah.
Nobody has seen Mordo since the attack.
I investigate his living quarters.
In short, about a day later, they'll find a series of blackened bones hidden in, not hidden, knocked in. The big swath that was cut out of the tree, they'll find him like at the back.
Did he protect the tree? Is that what happened?
There's certainly a lot of arcane energy invested there. But I mean, that could be because he was a wizard and a priest of Mystra. It's hard to say. But unfortunately, Mordo is no
finding
more.
his bones, I give him a proper burial. All right, so I'm assuming by myself, to the point of exhaustion, I would have gone to key points around the tree virtually every other day and put up hallow wards specifically against undead. And well, I mean, it's going to be undead and demons and fiends and everything that I don't like, but and then
I thought it was everything. I thought it was just by default, like every group
it is.
mentioned. Okay.
Yeah, it is everything.
Okay.
But I am focusing on undead because I am focused on fucking.
So
Temple.
give me those key points.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you determine how many I can put up there at key points, like at the root system, mostly because I'm afraid the undead are going to come through and hunt us down.
How are you paying for it?
I don't know anything about. I am going down to 68 gold or something like that.
Oh Jesus!
So have fun.
So how much gold do you have?
Over 4K.
What?
I just collect gems, and I have 4,368 gold.
What's the name of the spell again? Sorry.
Hallow. It is 1,000 gold apiece.
That's right. Okay. Okay.
You decide how many. It takes 24 hours, so I'm assuming I have to cast it, then I have to rest, then I have to cast it, then I have to rest.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get. But anyways, so I am.
Did you account for all those times that Paulna pickpocketed you?
So you only had time to do 3 of those in the week, of course, because.
That's fine. And as I didn't know, I'm just going off of what I've seen. I understand undead are drawing from it. Yada yada. The protection, the additional protection is from necrotic energies, so they're all the same. Other than that.
Okay. What key areas?
Like I said, where I believe the route, like I said, any tunnel route system that I could think of that would lead in the direction of Netherwinter.
Well, the good news is there's pretty much a choke point. There's pretty much just one entrance.
All right. Well, then wherever I might deem appropriate.
Well, that's why it is.
Maybe,
you don't have to determine it now, I suppose, but I'm willing to know.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. Up in the shrine where Tamora and the Lathander shrine are, and in our meeting room. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I said it. So those are the 3 places. All right. The other thing I would have done, now that I heard the Loth thing, because that's what I spent my energy on. So that's all I did during the break. The Loth thing, the Yokloth. Going back on what the frickin' Dragon Ball said, since we shared it, it said beware the L, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we got beware the L.
Mm-hmm. The L.
Okay.
The L.
Can I ask?
Go ahead.
The L. Oh,
Yeah.
it said L. Okay.
Yeah.
So beware the elf, or beware the elder, or beware the. Okay. No, I mean that my focus would have just been on protecting the tree. So I with the Loth information, I don't know. I don't know what I can piece together with the black spider, with what we heard from the uh what we heard from the Dragon Ball, and just our general runnings into. Because I still have the black spider's parchments. Technically, I had them on my person, so I don't know if I would have found anything in there. Yeah.
Do
I
you
mean,
spend
right
your
now, the
time
next
going
thing I
through
need to
those?
do is leave.
Because you do have like an extra day.
If I was able to. Sure. Yes. Sure. Cool. Yes.
Okay.
Um.
Give me a straight up intelligence check. Unless you can think of a better check for research.
Sure. Intelligence.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Anything that pertains to any of this. All right. You when you're going through this information, you find a little hand scribbled note, and you're like, okay, I missed this before. It's basically like tucked in like with a whole bunch of other papers. It's kind of the size of a Post-it note, so you can see why you would have missed it because it's really small. And what's written on it is written in a kind of cipher. And since you rolled that 23 check, that's ridiculously good. I'm going to say that you're actually able to decipher it. Wow. Okay. Let me see what exactly information I'm going to give you, because this is going to push things a bit.
And I didn't even guidance. I could technically guidance myself. So do you want me to do that?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
Let's see. It will say something along the lines of formally working with the drow now, but drow is in quotes. He says he says he serves Loth, but I know his true master. His help is invaluable, but I cannot wait to be done working with the slime.
All right.
So clearly he did not like the guy.
Okay. And now, Q. Flashbacks to fighting the spider flashback.
Yes.
Because I don't remember the details. Was he talking to Alafa, or was he telepathing to Alafa?
What, the black spider?
Yeah.
Alafa,
before Alafa blew him up.
Do you remember? I think he was talking. It was telepathic, wasn't it?
It was telepathic.
Yeah.
Alright, so I can't. Alright, so I don't know.
He eventually
that changes how I react.
He eventually said some things out loud, but it was mostly just like, but how could you afterward? Like, it wasn't. He didn't say like what they were talking about specifically.
Well,
he just alluded to it.
So,
I can't put that theory into play. Okay. Help is valuable.
Can I get one more intelligence check from you, please?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, the inspiration comes out. Not that it helps much.
Eh.
That's a real Midland check.
Want me to guidance?
If you would guidance yourself anyway, sure.
If I have time, I'm always pretty much guidancing myself.
All right.
It's like
You
a 6-second cut.
think you saw a drow in the Wave Echo Cave? Or somebody mentioned seeing
Yeah, the
one.
one we beheaded.
Oh, that's right. And the head disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, so everybody has now heard everything.
Can we like go around in a circle and actually share what we legit did? Because we know stuff that we may not know about. You know, like I'm pretty sure Palna is not gonna tell us about some things, right?
So,
No, he's not gonna
That's how
tell us the
drunk you
whole
get me.
story.
Depends how drunk you get me.
Right. But I mean like, we're not gonna be like telling the long and short of it. We're just gonna be telling like, oh, this is what I learned.
well,
like, I'm
no,
gonna be like,
to a degree,
if,
it's up
if
to your
it's gonna be
characters.
the whole thing, I'm gonna be like, so you told a bad guy about everything, and he might potentially be getting more power, or something like that, along those lines.
You know he's a bad guy. You punched a dragon in the face. Who are you to talk?
No, I didn't punch anybody. He killed me before I could even do that.
Yeah, I remember
Or he didn't
that.
kill me, but I almost died.
You did die, actually. You just came back.
For the record, you died.
I didn't fail all my saving throws. Anyway,
Just all
another
of them
time.
mattered.
So I think a large part of what Paulna said probably got repeated, unless there's specific things, Paulna.
But that was just an example. I was
I'm
saying
leaving
like,
out the whole stuff about my parents.
But
Still.
everything else pretty much.
Yeah, mentioned it, yeah.
So but what?
Yeah.
So why are you explaining how you showed up with the bag of holding? How are you explaining that?
That they don't know that I have a bag of holding.
Okay. Strife, I'm assuming
holding it.
you're regaling everything.
Yeah,
he's holding on to that information.
Lafa already did his tale telling. Gargantius, I'm assuming you're telling everything. And then Pryor just said what he's found out. So yeah. No, I think everybody's pretty open about it, relatively speaking.
Cool. I just wanted to double check what we should know and should not know.
Almost everything. It's by design. So Finger says, all right, well, we certainly know quite a bit of bits and pieces. How can we piece this together? How can we deal with this puzzle? Do we even have the corners at this point? We've got
No.
gesturing towards Strife. We've got there are other trees, maybe, that have something to do with Thundertree. We've got something about death being changed in some fashion, maybe. We've got the fact that an angel was not an angel. He was a demon who's used abilities he probably shouldn't have had without any sort of other magic to appear like an angel. We've got the plane. We've got some sort of plane being back in alignment, possibly, and a girl who is not even on this plane trying to talk to Gargantius. and we've got what? That the black spider was working with a drow who was not a drow, who served somebody else. What do we do with? Oh, the blight is not a
Secretly
the
served
blight
me.
is not a blight. What do we do with all this?
We have a whole bunch of some things that don't add up to anything right now.
I feel like we've got a bunch of the edges, but they're not touching each other.
I think the farthest thing, the only thing that we have a clue into is that there are other trees and we can investigate that. Otherwise, the other clues are not investigatable per se. Right?
Well, that's the strategy, right? You basically pick one of the edges, you've got pieces for it, you start building out around that one, and eventually you'll come in contact with the rest of the edges. Eventually you get to a corner.
Do we actually know where any of the other trees are?
Tim might.
Actually,
Didn't
now that you
Strife
mention
get
it,
like a map of where they're
No,
where they're located?
he asked for one, but was
No.
declined.
As soon as I asked
Oh.
for it, he shut down.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he realized he
Wouldn't
said
give
more
it
than
to
he
him.
should have. Actually, I do seem to recall. Yes, those names. I think I could probably point them out on a map, I believe.
I think that's a more viable option than, trekking cross country.
Somebody roll me. Well, anybody who wants to roll Arcana checks.
I'm gonna roll this time and completely botch it.
Gargantius, why do you even with Arcana checks?
Sometimes.
No, never. Yeah, I've never seen you get double digits with Arcana.
I did.
Did you?
I got double digits.
Just barely.
No, you got a 7.
Do we have to be trained in Arcana to roll this or no?
No.
Never mind, that was history.
I've never seen you get double digits.
Man. Okay. That was a very high DC. What you guys doing? This is the point. So this is the point where we're like, okay, Sandbox, go. Do your thing.
I have
So-
no idea what was the roll for.
So, what I'm pushing
You don't-
for is to
Nothing happened.
go
Nothing.
find that enclave.
What, the Druids Enclave?
Druids
Yeah.
again?
Maybe they'll help us. Especially for teleporty root magic.
Why would we want to go? We would want to go to the closest tree. Yes?
Sure, but the closest tree is
Right.
still like almost 2,000 miles away.
That's why I said teleporty root magic. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I like saying it.
It is. But you wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Mister, I roll low Arcana checks. You don't know nothing about that.
Hey,
Druidic
I
magic.
can say the words teleporty root magic and you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't necessarily have to know what the spell is called.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm just being a dick right now. Sure. We could, by all means, go find the Enclave. My concern is that if they don't see our Druid representative as worthy, looking at Shakira, and then if we already got information out of them, potentially we could find another Druid to do that, but they seem to be, I would assume, like a clique. If we're not part of the clique, then why would they want to help us at this point? They already told us too much.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give us much more information, let alone help us go to the other trees.
Maybe we can find something they want first. Side quest? I don't know.
It is a possible approach.
What?
I say we bring a part of Thundertree with us, like a healthy part and a not healthy part, like as a sample. Bring it to them so they can actually see, and maybe go from there, and then ask them if you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours, kind of deal.
Can I just kill all the druids and find a summoning or a teleportation circle?
They're probably way stronger than us. Just saying.
My question still stands.
Sorry, what was the question?
Can I learn a teleportation spell
Oh,
That is not what you just said.
by killing all the druids and finding it inside their den?
I mean, they're not. Oh, I thought you were gonna say inside the druids. I was
roll
gonna say they're not Kinder eggs.
roll a nature check. Kinder eggs.
Well, I mean, there's more than just the druid spell for teleporting. I'll roll a nature.
First of all, never mind.
You're pretty certain that killing druids would not grant you a teleportation spell. I'll just say that.
Not grant me, but like being able to find some kind of spell book and learning. the
Druids
spell.
don't use spell books.
Maybe they have something. Maybe they have
Wait.
something that they stole from somebody else.
The Banshee. Can we go crack open her little
I
resting
just
place
talked
and-
to her.
You might have a fight on your hands. You could do it though. I mean, you guys are more powerful than you were.
I say we just walk the 2,000 miles. See what happens.
Walk
I
2,000
how
would
Pete
walk
deals with
Wait,
2,000
what about-
miles.
What about that thing? That plane above Thundertree or whatever. Maybe that connects all the trees.
I'm gonna wave
There's
a
an idea.
prayer.
You know
have
where-
we gone up there ever since we dismissed the little green dragon?
One of you did. Wasn't that? That's what I thought.
Don't
Yeah, it's
think it
prior.
was me.
It's prior.
You told me that all I did was get a view. I was trying to determine if there's any type of connection, and you said, "How would I ascertain that?" And I was like, "Well, fuck me, I don't know." We can go up there, sure. I mean, maybe more minds will be able to figure something out.
Kitty.
Okay.
All right.
I wonder how high up it is if we can like hand glide our way 2,000 miles.
You'd probably starve by the time you got to the ground.
This is not pilot wings, okay? Just catch the updrafts. You'll never touch the ground ever again. Okay, everybody heading up?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, hold on. Does someone in Neverwinter sell like giant balloon craft?
Mm,
Rent, lease to own?
That-
you haven't.
That's probably
haven't
a
asked.
slow method of transportation anyway.
But if we find someone who will sell us this crap, and then we get Shakira to go bald eagle and soar with a rope attached, I think
You know,
we can do it.
just because you're in the air
I think
doesn't
you're full of
mean
yourself.
mass doesn't exist. There's still inertia. That's not.
I mean, this is a big eagle.
Oh boy. You could
What you had to
certainly
drink?
you could certainly try it. I mean, theoretically, she could, morph into an even bigger eagle because she can go CR3. So a CR3 eagle would be basically the same thing, but just bigger and more powerful. Theoretically, it's possible.
I mean, or we could walk, which is lame. I mean, what do you guys want to do?
Wait, so we're not going up to the plane and checking it out first? Like, I thought that's what we decided.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are
would
welcome
like
to join.
Or are we talking while we're walking there?
We're talking while
We're
we're
talking while we're
Okay, cool.
We can chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. We're good at this. We got this. Can I learn a sorcerer spell or a wizard spell by killing one?
This is not Mega Man.
Damn it! I want there's a spell that I want to use in this particular thing. Or can I find a scroll that has this spell on it that can be cast a single time?
Sure, that be more doable. I mean, you'd probably have to go to Neverwinter to find it, and it might be expensive. Teleport is a 7th level spell, and it's one way.
All right, Paulna.
So you'd have to get 2.
So I'd have to get 2 of them.
Well, it's
Can I
one
just
way.
scream at the dimension loud enough and it just door rips open? That works, right? All right, so we need to get 2 if we can't do. Oh man, can't there just be one laying around somewhere, or 2 of them laying around, or you know what? Just one. One. I'll be happy with just one, and we'll figure the rest out.
Well, we do have an enemy that maybe we could coax into helping us. I am talking about Baby Green Dragon.
We have no fucking clue where Baby Green Dragon is.
Well, we could try and find out.
How?
Using our Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Dragon Ball radar. How hard can it be to find something that big? Unless he went back.
Are we on the top yet?
Yes, you're on the top now.
Are you pushing your Gintius off?
Yeah. I'm kicking him off. And
Are
yes.
you actually kicking?
I'll give him a tiny leaf that he can use to float down, and I'm kicking him off the edge.
Like this is Sparta kick?
Are you actually?
Okay.
Are you actually
Did I
kicking him
make
off?
No.
Okay.
Oh, never mind then.
All right, I'm gonna search around, kind of along the edges for any kind of runic carvings or etchings.
Remember, be careful. There's holes.
It's not that there's holes. It's that you can't see the floor. There's nothing to see.
Right.
You're standing on nothing.
Luckily, I brought this dirt from the ground. Let's scatter it around for him.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna make you go back and get some. So yeah, fine.
Previous experience.
Exactly. You know what's up there. That's fine. So yes, you could at least get an idea of the size of the dimensions of it. This octagonal shape that is essentially the platform that you can stand on.
Is Tim with us?
Yes. The air is very thin up here.
Tim?
And he's kind of like, it is cold, so
Tim?
he's like, yes.
Can you see if you fly down, is there some sort of barrier?
Didn't we already test this? Or am I remembering wrong?
No one ever fell.
We were in combat.
Gargantius.
immediately.
I thought Gargantius fell.
I grabbed the ledge.
No.
Oh, okay.
Gargantius got zapped by
Or
green
whoever-
poison lightning.
yeah.
And
Well,
was
whoever fell grabbed the ledge. They didn't fall for
No,
it.
Right.
I
That's
fell,
the
but
rule.
I wind walked my way back to the
That's right.
surface. Or back
That's
to
right.
the ledge.
Okay. So he will test it out. He will fly out and down.
Guys,
Yes.
I had Super Tim flew me down, no?
Did he?
Oh yeah.
At the end of the fight, drugged up Tim.
Oh, I don't remember
flew me
that.
down.
Yeah.
remember?
I thought
So
Tim had
you
tested it.
know,
Yeah. It flies just like normal. It's you guys are actually that high up.
None of us understand why, right?
Magic.
Or how this is happening.
Magic.
Magic.
Sorry. It is clearly okay.
Got 10 minutes to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Alright. So it's a little disorientating at first. Ooh, this is cool. All right. Superman pose, and I am flying. There's nothing, right? Like we're on. When I look where the door or the stairs come to this platform, it's just like a void, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I see? Is there any indication of, like, okay, like if I were to fly underneath where we're walking up from, do I hit something?
Yes.
I follow it, and I'm investigating it. And you know what, Strife? Shit, you're not with me. Who's flying with me? Is it me and
It's
who's
all
flying
you.
with
It's
me?
just
I mean,
him.
if you mess up within
You
10
could do two
minutes,
creatures though.
yeah, I know, but I only did you.
Okay, fine. All right.
Stingy warlock.
Okay.
I slap Gargantius on the back, and he starts to levitate.
Cool.
He also has a
This is
kick
cool.
me sign on his back, but yeah.
I'm like
I'm-
flying around. The
Running my hands along, the thing that I'm bumping into. Are there any grooves, engravings? Does it just feel smooth?
Smooth.
What is it?
Smooth. Completely smooth. Now here's what's interesting
Cool.
is before you realize it, you have also felt and explored in the area underneath where you guys come up. Remember, you guys have to walk up from a staircase
Yeah.
to get here. Like you can fly underneath that, you can touch the underside of it, and it's solid.
There's only the one stairway in it, right? This isn't like a platform that's connected to all four of the trees.
There is only one stairway.
No, because remember there was edges where you fell off. Okay, so I get nothing out of my investigation, basically, out of it. I'm assuming. Other than okay, I fly back up, and then
So, I'm getting the sense that this place isn't specific to Thundertree or the Thundertree's roots. It's probably made by Baby Green Dragon. And
I tell everyone to get off the platform.
Fingers says he thinks
does me
this.
levitating count?
He was too
No,
young.
I mean like,
Fingers says he was
Mhm.
too young, but he heard that something like this might have existed back when he was young. So no, he doesn't think the Green Dragon created it.
Okay.
All right. Does everybody get?
fire potentially breaking things.
All right. So
What are you trying to do, Prior? Why are you wanting us to leave?
I will look at y'all and I will be like, can I try to dispel this plane?
Is that a good idea?
I don't know.
can
I
try.
want to see what happens.
Is everyone going to die?
I'll head back towards the stairs.
I'm sorry. Do I need to remind you of what happened the last time you tried something?
I leave. I leave. No, I'm gone. I leave.
way to piss him off, dude.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
I'm just saying. I'm
Should we
Thank you for the follow.
here.
We're gonna go after him, right? He's still walking.
Go
It's
after
the same act I did when with fingers. I'm just walking off. Just see
him. I
him.
mean, he has a few minutes left on that fly, and then he just follows. So we'll see what happens.
I already said I landed. I went. I'll be at my shrine whenever you want me to talk.
So that's when he stops walking. Oh, okay.
All right, Prior.
I'm gonna follow Prior and see if see what we can do in regards to contacting the other gods about the other trees. I forget the names of them.
Brilliant.
Prior wrote 'em down earlier.
Spalding.
I'm gonna go try and
Crystal.
ask Shakira about the Druid Enclave.
From where we are, height-wise, I look down. Can I see the top of Thunder
Oh,
Tree?
can I fly down?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Both
I'm
of you.
gonna do that.
Okay. Can I? Is it distinctly brown versus the other foliage?
Parts of it are, yeah.
And I can make that out.
When you get closer.
From my view, am I able to? From my view, am I able to see other patches of brown throughout the woods?
No.
Okay.
Olaf has been given
Okay.
an inspiration by Firefly.
Check your man parts.
So
Maybe
fast.
dragons.
Nothing happens. Fast forward. I want to take some samples from healthy parts and unhealthy parts of the tree.
Okay.
And is there like some kind of like receptacle I can put it in that I have on me?
I'm sure you can find some receptacles.
Okay, cool.
You are king of the
I'm
receptacles.
doing that, and then Did I use the wrong word? I'm pretty sure that's the right word.
Yes.
Container?
No, you're fine.
Anyway. Alright. I got the samples, I fly down. I'm trying to spot Shakira as I'm like flying down, maybe to save the trip back up. If I can. Do I have to like roll like a perception, see if I can spot her or something?
I'm gonna say you spot her, and while you're looking around, you see Gundren. Actually,
Rock Seeker.
Gundren.
Okay.
Yes, he's down on the
ghost?
ground. He's got a small wagon
Flesh
with
and
a
blood?
few people, and he's approaching the tree. Yeah.
Okay. Can I pick Shakira up, or like I want to bring her with me. Like, cause I can fly her down.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you can't fly her down, actually. No, you probably could carry her. No, you could carry her, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take her down, and so I meet up with Gundren, and I'm like, Gundren, is that you?
How's it going, lad?
Where have you been?
I've been in the cave. Where do you think I've been? You know?
The
wa-
one, the bugbear.
No, the one Wave Echo. The mine we tried that
Wave Echo.
we reopened, we found. Right?
Okay, yeah.
With your Forge of Spells or whatever it was called.
Okay, how's that been going?
It was going great for a couple months. Now the mine's dried up unexpectedly. Don't really know why.
Unexpectedly. Did something happen?
One day we're mining seams that should have gone on for days. Then all of a sudden there's nothing else beyond. Just stone.
Okay.
Doomathoy never
did it seem,
reclaimed
like,
it.
magical?
Doomathoy never reclaimed it per se. And even then, Doomathoy's a dwarven
We kind
god.
of like left it there, right?
Well, he was trying to find it in the first place. Remember his whole what he was trying to do in the very first thing when he got captured was he had this map. He was trying to find this cave. He had like mining equipment and all this stuff, and he was getting ready to explore and open some mines up in the place. And since you guys liberated him and liberated it, well, yeah, he went ahead and did his business. He opened a mine. And
Okay.
he's actually probably been in
what
contact
brings
with you
to
guys.
Thundertree? Oh,
Well,
so he's been like off and on council member?
no, not council member, but he's at least like appeared in town once or twice, picking up supplies and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the entrance
Everyone's
crumbled.
on about the quest, buddy.
The entrance crumbled, but they're dwarves. They're miners. They uncrumbled it.
Okay. So what brings you to Thundertree?
Uncrumbled. I don't know. Well, the mine's not really doing anything, so there's nothing left for us there. We figured we might as well come around and see if we could offer any assistance. Be a part of the community, as it were.
About that, I show him the samples that I just picked out. This is what's happening up there.
Leaves. Yeah, I would imagine leaves are what's happening up there. That's what trees do.
No, I mean like, these are, the tree is sick.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say.
that's a bloody shame. Is it like
anyway,
is it really sick? Is it going to
yeah,
like
really
we can't
sick.
we can't live here? Is that a problem? Is that the problem?
I think you should be able to live here. But bad stuff might be happening around these parts soon. I don't know.
You drive a hard
I
sell,
will
lad.
talk to Finger. Go talk to Fingers. He's up above. He'll get you guys settled.
Right. Thank you, lad. Be well with you.
All right, good to see you. So I pull Shakira aside, and I say, I want to talk to the Enclave. Is there a way you can help me make that happen?
Oh, they don't much like outsiders. We could certainly make an attempt. Why, just you or everybody?
Okay. I'm hoping for everybody. My plan is.
I think you should get some
we
consensus
use-
on this first.
Okay, yeah, but here's my plan. I'm gonna tell you anyway. Since the other trees are very,
that, huh?
very, very,
It's like that.
very far away, we need to find a way to get there. And I'm thinking there's maybe a druid teleporty magic thing that we can use to teleport using the root system to the other trees.
Theoretically. I've heard tales of spells like that, but they're very old. And they are not...
Which I'm thinking Enclaves would have access to.
Access to, yes. Willing to give to other people, not so much, usually.
Well, I don't know if could be a little bit of give or take. Maybe there's something that they really, really want that we can give them, or what, or I don't know.
Can always
Communication is
try
key here. We'll never know unless we try.
things up. So, guys, what's going on? Pryor is stumped, apparently. Adam is just like, I don't know what the hell to do, guys.
Yes, Pryor is stumped, but Pryor wants to go to
So,
his shrine. Did Pryor go to his shrine?
oh, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, so Pryor draws a smiley face sun in the ground and is about to commune with Lathander.
Okay. All right. What are your questions 3?
Should we go to Cragmaw Hammer and investigate the Underdark? Where the fuck did my pencil go?
No.
Should we contact the Druids?
Let's vote. What are we doing?
You don't get an answer. Your question is not
Can I
used up.
switch my target to Michaelic? Because I have a holy symbol of her as well on my chain.
Not mid-spell. That's an
I can
offense.
always re-ritual cast it.
Yeah, but that's an
Okay.
that's an offense to the god that you're communing with.
They're in the same house.
It's still
They're
an
in the same
offense.
deity. Oh. Alright.
Cast out your god. Go with a new one.
No, I'm not casting
It's
out.
pretty much what it is. You're like, all right, well, you can't help me. Let me talk to your friend here. It is an offense.
I mean,
But yeah,
that's typically the go-to plan, right? If you ask mom for something, she says no. You go ask dad.
and how well does that usually work? How often does that?
99% of the time.
Okay.
Depends how often they talk to each
Depends on the parent dynamic.
Well, as he just said, they're in the same house. So yeah. Like they.
Technically, they are in the same deity house.
So like, Miyoki's like sitting over there, like on the conversation, and Lathander's like, "Who are you talking to? Is that Pryor? Did he hang up on me? Is that I thought the connection got broken. What the fuck?" Okay.
Can I just ask him, does he hate me? And then I cancel the spell.
No. You get a very emphatic no. And what's more, when the spell ceases, Pryor actually feels a bit heartened and somewhat bolstered.
Good.
He feels more at
I
ease.
need this because I like. Good for Pryor because Adam is fucking confused about how.
Oh man. So apparently I've done like too good of a job of like dropping you guys don't get it. Like this night has been just like peppered with hints all over the place, but apparently I've made them so spread out that it's like more difficult to connect the dots than I thought it was.
Hey,
Give us a week.
I'm gonna spend a lesser action to feel nostalgic because I'm reminiscing about this time where we were all trapped in a room for like 3 years with Strythe stuck to a metal plate, and we had no idea what Q was thinking, like at all.
And you guys got through it. You guys got through it.
Favorite part of the
Oh,
last
I'm dying. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, I get to the room with fingers, and I'm guessing Gundren is there.
Okay,
and
one second.
I'm gonna ask if,
One second. Let me finish with Pryor real quick. Pryor, you did not get no answer. When you asked that, you got unclear.
Okay.
That's what you got. Sorry. Had to
And
clarify
I
it.
will go find the group after my command.
Okay, Gargantius, what?
All bolstered because Lathander loves
Oh,
me.
I was gonna ask Fringers to call a meeting.
Fringers.
Fringers?
You mean Tony Stark?
Yeah, Tony Stark.
Close enough.
I was gonna get him to call a meeting because I don't know. I'm pushing the druid puzzle piece.
Thank you.
Go see the druid.
Thank you for pushing a puzzle
Fine,
piece.
fine.
All right, I tell you what. Let us call it there. Done. Let's actually talk to our people who have played this evening, and especially those that are streamers. Please talk about your channels. Let's start with Paulna.
Alrighty, sure. Magna Gaming here on Twitch. I've been gone for the last week, but we've had some amazing guest casters filling in for me, so thank you for everyone who did that. I appreciate it. I will be back this week with a whole bunch of stuff, but we're going to be bringing back our XCOM 2 continuation. Also launching a few new things, brand new intro video that I just completed, and a few other changes to the cast coming this week.
Mr. Neiman92. Mr. Gargantius. Nice shirt.
Hi, I play a lot of single-player action-adventure games. So the next JRPG I'm playing is The Legend of Heroes: Charles in the Sky, the second chapter. Supposedly, the reviews say it's the best RPG last year. So we'll see what it is. Anyway, I'm starting that this week.
And then, last but not least, Alafa, aka Logic Wolf.
My name is Wolf. twitch.tv/logic_wolf. I am a variety caster that is doing a 366-day stream this year, meaning I will be streaming every day this entire year.
Oh, what just happened?
I believe we're on day 53. What do you mean, what happened?
Parasite with the remaining $15 donation.
Get it going.
Thank you, Parasite.
That donation.
Thank you. Let's get some
Love
hype
for
and
you.
oh, love in the channel. I love you so much right now.
Donation hype.
Delicious. All right, so I guess we're going to be starting that a lot sooner. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Problem solved.
for making that problem solved. Yes. Problem solved. Okay, sorry, Wolf. Didn't mean to cut you off. Please continue.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
We're good. Variety caster every day this year. I will be streaming. We're on day 53.
Awesome.
52 yesterday. Today will be 53.
And I am Q, aka WeBadAtGames, and I am also a variety caster. We do D&D every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. This week I will be playing also on Wednesday and Thursday. Or I'm sorry. Wednesday, Thursday? I have to figure this out. I think Wednesday, Thursday. Possibly Friday or Saturday as well. I'm still figuring out my schedule for the week. That's the long story short. But won't be doing Tuesday like normal. Hopefully we'll get some Rocksmith going. I've got it. I just need to get it working. That's the problem. So hopefully some Rocksmith, and if not, yeah, because my base, it's all about my
Tech
base.
issues galore.
Oh, Rocksmith apparently has all sorts of issues with streaming. Once you get it working, it's fine, but apparently it's a common thing. So we're gonna work through that. Probably also play some Path to the Sky. Now that we have controller support for that, so I'm looking forward to that. So please come check me out. I always stream
You
at
were
9
just
p.m.
joking
Central
about
Time.
your emo comment prior.
My and then last
Oh,
night.
he's waving a knife around wildly on stream now.
Oh man. All right, Pryor, you had some shout outs you wanted to do.
Quick ones. And I do apologize tonight for not feeling 100%.
It happens,
As
dude.
always, I want to thank the creator community, 6 Foot Studios, for always supporting the stream and coming in and watching. I also need to plug our YouTube. Q is putting up the previous sessions, and now this session will go up eventually on WeBadAtGames on YouTube. We have a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, Q. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It was a fun session.
I broke him.
As negative as I was, it was still fun. So thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you for the group, and thank you to the DM. So it was fun.